Warning. Viewer discretion is advised for this video. We will be going through Paris's Catacombs, which is a mass grave underneath Paris. There will be bones and stories about the deceased. Please watch at your own discretion.
We've made it to JFK Airport on our way to Paris, and this trip is going to be absolutely epic. So if you're not subscribed yet, consider doing so. We look forward to having you around. Okay, so I've been in this JetBlue terminal for a few hours now, and I got to give a big shout out to the workers because they're awesome here. Everything is super clean, very efficient. If you guys are coming through JFK, highly suggest JetBlue Airlines.
Federal aviation regulations require your compliance with all crew member instructions, lighted information signs, and close-up placards. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the flap until it hits the buckle, pull up the straps to tighten to release, lift up the top flap of the buckle. Please keep your seatbelt fastened to low tide across your lap. Even if the seatbelt sign is off, without your seatbelt visible to the floor at all times. Should you be seated in our meant to experiencing one of our main suits, we do encourage you to secure shoulder harness by pulling it over your shoulder and attaching the metal to the fitting of the belt. To release, attach the metal to the belt and shoulder harness to retract. Your right
Well, after a very long travel day, we have made it to Paris. Our bodies think it's somewhere around 5 o'clock in the morning. We haven't slept at all. It was a very rough flight, and we made it to our hotel, and unfortunately our hotel isn't going to be ready for another 4 hours. And then we got the Catacombs just a couple hours after that, so it's going to be a really long day. But while we got time to burn, let's go check out Paris. We've been walking through Paris for about an hour, and came across this awesome little park. There's all kinds of runners. I don't know if there's a marathon going on or if just Paris is the running-most city in Europe. If not, it's in the race. This place is absolutely spectacular. I mean, come on. Are you kidding? I was so upset about how long it's taken for us to get here, but I don't know that there was a better way to see the beginning of Paris. This is just unreal.
Alright, it's room tour time. This is the Hotel Academy Saint-Germain in Paris. It is near the Louvre in the 6th arrondissement. For all you Parisian viewers, please don't hate my pronunciation, I apologize. But this is a king room, and we loved it. It was super quaint. It had everything that we needed. The bed was very comfortable. The view was amazing. It overlooked a tiny little alleyway. It had a nice little office area, which we definitely didn't use, but it held clothes pretty good. And then the bathroom was amazing. The space in here was really incredible. It was used perfectly. We really enjoyed our stay here. Quaint, fun, and in a great location. I don't think you can ask for much more. But now we are headed into the catacombs below Paris. This is a mass grave. There will be bones and human remains for the remainder of this video. If you do not wish to see this, please click off now. Out of respect for the deceased, Amanda and I decided to remain silent while in the catacombs, so the rest of the video will be voiced over. When you first enter the catacombs, you have to go down several stories into the labyrinth that we now consider the catacombs. The origins of it are actually less mysterious than most people think. During the 17th and the 18th century, when they were building Paris, they were building it out of this limestone that was beneath Paris. They had to use a mining technique that extracted horizontally along the vein, which ended up leaving a honeycomb of tunnels beneath Paris. They ended up cutting out and mining too much of this limestone, and it started creating sinkholes throughout the city. Also during this time, many cemeteries within the city limits have become starting to overfill. This resulted in unsanitary and unpleasant living conditions for the people living in Paris. So by 1786, these cemeteries were being emptied for the reasons of public safety. With the sinkholes starting, they stopped excavating. They began to create this mass burial chamber that we now know as the catacombs. The catacombs is home to just above 6 million people. The catacombs got their name because they bore a similarity to the subterranean necropolis of ancient Rome, even though these tunnels were not intended originally to serve as a tomb. The catacombs are roughly 20 meters below the Parisian asphalt, and their tunnels extend roughly 1.7 kilometers throughout Paris. One thing that Amanda and I thought was very interesting while being in the catacombs was the amount of religious artifacts. There are crucifixes everywhere, and all of the plaques and all of the memorials are very uplifting. When we came down originally, we didn't know what to expect. We thought it had some dark backstory, but it was much simpler than that. Paris needed a place to bury all of the bodies, and they already had a mass grave dug out. If you want to follow along with our adventures, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But with all that being said, don't forget to keep the wanderlust alive, and we'll see you somewhere.